In 1974, the astronomer Carl Sagan composed a message that NASA sent into space from the Arecibo telescope in Puerto Rico. Binary figures which constituted a graphic code presenting key factors about humans and the planet we live on. Sagan's message explained our calculation system, the dominant chemical substances within the elements that create life on Earth, about our DNA code, humans' height and quantity, and that we live on the third planet in our solar system, and lastly, a sketch of our radio telescope.
Suddenly the media paid some interest, because then something appeared that was almost impossible to overlook. Right behind me is Britain's largest radio telescope, the Chilbolton Observatory. And here it was that the greatest sensation in history was to appear in the fields right in front of the telescope.
A formation was discovered which was different from any other previously seen. From the ground it looked like a tangled mess, wisps of crops spread around in no system. However, in the evening with growing shadows, a picture appeared, unmistakably that of a face. That picture represented a whole new technique, a screen technique, the same that's used for printing a picture on paper. 3 days later, the face was joined by something that looked like a data strip.
Dog, it's tragic to me. Look. These cats stay laughing when the world is sad to see. Look. Floating in they self, no respect for gravity. Look. Defy their own physics, but wanna act physically. Look. Say it don't matter, smashing atoms from the tree. Look. No fussing up destruction to the branches and the leaves. Look. Flowers get devoured, what's the damage to a seed? Look. No power and deceived, very sour, cause the bees and birds don't seem to use their wings or conscious enough to do what they do naturally. A travesty of indifference, ignorance branded deep. Look, the rotten culture factors like a neural crack disease. Bad rolls to where you go, gotta move super fast from A to B. But if you slow your ass, let go the gas, look patiently, you may just see in nature's D. She's more than a maitre d'. Look, a cow you milk for free, solid ground where you move your feet. Look, it may present examples of purpose for you and me, like different cells together give substance to moving things and must accept the fate of the whole rest on community. Now, take that metaphor, switch it to human beings. Look, how can a person grow if they're absent from what they need? Flowers from healthy plants, fruits from healthy trees, manifesting from sustenance, please water your seeds. Look, we must water our seeds, now don't slaughter and seize control of your faculties. Must grow and feel like Inga, dying our manatee, transform into what we need. Yeah, let's grow into what we need, y'all. No artificial synthetic products to feed y'all. Just some nourishment to make your soul complete more. To know to be your best, see what you compete for. Most of this shit today is exaggerated street lore. Overcompensation, the pleasure sucks fiend for. Cause if you be that little G, you're the one that served at 1 to 3, or get that 10 to 15, or 25 to infinity more. Those with stock in penitentiaries get the reward, but crime pays. Who cares if ghettos get the C4? Another scratch to the inner city, deep sore. This just some aloe vera, alcohol may sting for a couple seconds, get some stitches where the seam's torn. The healing of nations, the ceasing of diseased wars. Look, so little kids can fly, be what they wanna be, soar. For justice, equality, freedom, order, peace, Lord. The almighty creative force of all restore. The almighty creative force of all restores. The almighty creative force of all restore.
decades later, lost recordings emerged revealing an unsettling incident on the far side of the moon.
There are recorders that record whatever's going on the backside, and then you do a data dump when you come around the front side. And Houston or Mission Control then can see what happened when you were around the backside.
That is the indicated sound counter, Spacey, doesn't it? Do you hear that? That whistling sound?
Let's make a better life. What is a better life? Is it gray or white? Dark, is it black as night? Such all is life within the darkest night. Concept immaculate, you witnessing from carbon light. Most accurate, code to diamond science, mathematics. Emit, we shift the clock, frequency, magnetics. Sound breaking, ground shaping, placing magic pitch. Plus, minus, minus, plus, scale it average. Dot to dog, back to God, had to scratch the ticks. Word is 007, no light, acidic. El Macaque align, spirit, turret, rapid lift. Space planet, basement attic, making fact for myth. Feudalism, surfs up till we balance it. Crown sound to the static, freedom passages. Master manuscripts for dragons, clowns, and savages. We chase them like we practice fraud, pay them damages. But what if them really earth and all your cash is spent? Cause you chose money over air, divided fact from sense. This added interest in this business failed your manumission. This ain't no threat, it's transmission to a broken engine. A message on the sign for ditches off the road to riches. For niggas driving, seeing rivers in the desert vision. Look, 20 lenses, fifth dimension. Trifocals in these vocals, laser light incisions. Free your first eye from prison, spirit, no religion. Jury nullification, your peers superstitious. Believe in shit they never knew, be in our true traditions. The position fools be in, they ruling out their jurisdiction. They eating food from pots, the bourgeoisie they used to pissing. And sit on thrones with hoes, don't take this shit. Add attention, 1, 2, 1, 2. Add attention, left foot, right foot. Add attention, right brain, left brain. Add attention, look, add ascension. One step, add ascension.
To rebalance the department's priorities to address a broad spectrum of threats and overhaul the way the U.S. military develops and buys major weapons systems. In other words, this bill is a necessary step toward reshaping the priorities of America's defense establishment and changing the way the Pentagon does business. I would emphasize that this bill and this budget are just a beginning. The Pentagon is not the kind of place that can turn on a dime. It will take more than a single budget to get where we need to be. To that end, ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. You know, as Commander-in-Chief, I will always do whatever it takes to keep the American people safe, to defend this nation. And that's why this bill provides for the best military in the history of the world. At the same time, we accelerated or increased weapons programs needed to confront real and growing threats. The Joint Strike Fighter, the littoral combat ship, and more helicopters and reconnaissance support for our troops at the front. So with that, I'm going to sign this piece of legislation. Thank you all for doing a great job. All right. It's pretty big.
People of all ages, colour, gender and religion walked side by side on a cold November night. The mood on the bridge was upbeat and there was a giant message of support waiting for them. These images were beamed onto a skyscraper, an anonymous shout out to the cause.
Come on, sing it with me. Wow, man. You make my heart sing. You make forever room. Wow, man.
It spread like a sort of viral message on the web, and partly because of the web.
Anonymous throws its support behind Occupy, and the movement's momentum takes off through social media. Citizens travel from across the country to meet up with activists in
You move me. Look out.
Wall Street.
Obviously, I've heard of it. I've seen it on television.
You occupy the around the world. Everyone gets fed and libraries.
Is that right? Wow, man.
Discovered that spiders are sensitive to sound waves and seem to move when they hear various frequencies. Then I experimented with the frequencies to make them move in specific patterns. I calculated their movements with my computer and I reprogrammed them. Their circular webs started changing into something more elongated. I call it structured bridge.
There are many triggers that can activate genes in your DNA. One of the most significant environmental triggers is exposure to sunlight. While the infrared spectrum warms the skin, rays in the ultraviolet energize cholesterol in the first step to becoming activated vitamin D. Vitamin D switches on hundreds of genes with a wide variety of functions, including roles in the neurological, cardiovascular, and immune systems.
In this What Is video, we're going to take a closer look at the electromagnetic spectrum. What we see as light is only a small part of the electromagnetic spectrum. The electromagnetic spectrum refers to the many types of radiation released from stars, including our own sun. Electromagnetic radiation travels in waves. Frequency describes how many waves per second a wavelength produces. Wavelength measures the length of an individual wave in meters. Scientists describe the electromagnetic spectrum as a long line. At one end lie radio waves, with the longest wavelengths and lowest frequencies in the spectrum. A single radio wave has the length of a football field. After radio waves come microwaves, which produce more energy due to shorter wavelengths and higher frequencies. Cell phones, radar, and microwave ovens use microwaves. Next comes infrared light. The sun, fire, living creatures, and other heat sources all produce infrared light. While we cannot see infrared light, we feel it as heat. Visible light occupies a narrow slice of the electromagnetic spectrum, nestled between infrared and ultraviolet light. Red wavelengths have the lowest frequencies and longest wavelengths of visible light. As you move from red through orange, yellow, green, blue, and finally violet, wavelengths shorten and frequencies increase.
Living dreams. When you awake, it ain't what it seems. Living dreams, life dreams. When you awake, it ain't what it seems.
Right.
That's wearing shades on a light beam. That's getting paid off a pipe dream. Holy water down the drain, feed rain to the dry beans. Sunfire make a sight seen, lames into Christ's beings. Sound come after lightning. Hit the ground, feel thunder, shake the crown of the night kings. Raise their eyes what I thrice mean. Look to a plane of divine things, moving, go at light speed. Try angels 9 wings. Drop salt on cold hearts, make that ice cream. Milk, honey, pepper, turmeric, vibe clean. Hidden hands, hidden pockets, divine genes. Look, sublime things. Hidden treasures, hidden pockets, divine genes. Sublime things, sublime things. Love is all we got. Love is all we got. You gotta remember that. Love is all we got. Remember that. Love is all we got. Sublime things, sublime things. What is natural? What is programmed? What is factual? What is romance? What is actual thus in motion as from command? The dynamic duo, the cause effect, show no chance. By that I mean probability that you know past, present, future, embrace the truth. Mental slow dance, stuck in punchlines, they weak, the beat is so fast. Michael Tyson fall quick for anything, take no stand. Stormy weather, brain waves, ebb and flow can rise like high tide, tsunami. Get your boat, man. Scraping sky like high rise as if I float. Damn. Hold your water when under pressure. Diamonds, no gems. Can you dig it? Too many divots in the globe, friends. It ain't only mines, but ours. Mars with no M. Possible means of survival. No OXY gen. Can't inhale, but make heaven the first I can. See to your AB through. Night to light can take these. A man to divine plan from misery like KC. What say me is save trees while cut them down for paper. If it wasn't for the vapor, we would all meet the maker. It took millions of years for rainforests just to spring up when only a microfraction is needed for hemp to take up acres around the states plus Canada to Jamaica, Africa up to Asia, cities minor and major, or any place where building some water lights the place up could truly provide products from food down to your makeup. But pics of faded smokers the only image they play up, cause industries hoard power and money is anti-savior. What makes something parasite or symbiotic in nature? The caring for that which it depends on for life made sure. Yeah, we gotta make sure, yeah. Respect nature, have consonant behavior. Yeah, you know, harmonic behavior. Think in tune, more positive behavior. Look, cause evil's just a lesson. Mathematics, show your work, count your blessings. No stressing, inject the essence of the destined with a message. Spread the word like a reverend, tell it to my brethren. Sister, you see, gotta tell it to the brethren that in the field wolves attack when all the sheep are resting. But why are people being sheep when they got feet for stepping, hands for lifting, pushing, and minds that see and think in seconds? Visions of all that one could be in life, conceive perfection, dedication to steady growth, forever seek progression. Yeah, that's the medicine, yeah. Dedication to steady growth, forever seek progression. True definition of perfection. Dedication to steady growth, forever seek progression.
keep spinning. To some a merry-go-round, but others feeling dizzy. Cyclone, they homes is blown down. Answers in the wind, can you hear them moving so loud? Get chills and hot water, truth is brewing in the storm clouds. Weather when it rains, the gold hope, the gold crowns. Shine on me tomorrow, growing up is about to go down. Now there's a good reason for a speed limit, slow down. The land of the lost, a bumpy road, my stance profound. Moving faster than light, no sonic boom, no sound. People, places, things, direction, I am pro now. How you believe when all the trees is being towed down? Like testing water, the temperature feel the soul now. Tides of consciousness, aftermath, who would know how? When making cash and make a raft so that we don't drown. And waves of corporate greed, the blood of hate, control bound. Restricted in vain, notions, potions like Jonestown. The chains are recognized to lesser eyes. Lowercase of living spirit weaponized. May the force be unto you. The truth to Luke expressed in rhyme. Destined I'm you to dismantle your atomic mind. A reflection of the adopted palms that uphold the law so high, protected from the shorter arm. No justice in reach, scale out of hand, the whole regard. Lesser art form, more tunes to keep the cobra charm. Like bunting every game on throws, they never go too far. I blunt on paper flame, they close but no cigar. Cause if they joints is hot, my spliff will trigger smoke alarms. You better quilt it, take a L, soap, woven yarn. Flow irrigation to a solar farm. We plant small seeds that see the sun and grow the stars. Though many we are one, constellation, soul and heart. To navigate another place besides a home of bars. More observation, be farsighted, Pluto to Mars. It's cold below zero, the game is under par. Deep I'm on the green, it seems to me the course is hard. Gotta study to be well suited like poker cards. Raising stakes like cattle farmers from a coast afar. Or like bootleggers swooping up and racing motor cars. Rebel words, no contradiction, leave the frozen chart. These oxymorons I crush, combusted so they scars. To make it heal you gotta climb, not the nose to straw. The mark you bear serves as reminder, universal law. Universal law, you and I, versal law. That of attraction, boomerangs you throw, we turn and fall. We long for the spring to bounce back, growing tall. But still they nudge us down the stairs at their beck and call. Get the message, y'all. Hear a message for the downward spiral. Hear now the arrival of consciousness. No idols through denial like in Cairo or Kemet. It's seemingly deliberate how they flip it. Never mind what you see in the specifics. Terrific, but who are they who benefit? Keeping many ignorant, conflicted with the visions of the truth and what existence is. Just more division, kids. Adults and senior sin. To sins, immigrants, men and women live in synthesis. Harmony, one accord, balance. Gotta give to get. The tide is turning like a pivot switch. Traveling the distances afar, but y'all remember this. In common, yes, we share more similarities than differences. Though language varies, spirit buried in these sentences. For we are more than witnesses, but the participants. So let there be enlightenment and come a genesis. A new beginning, end game to all the wickedness. Static, get my signal clear. Static, can you hear my signal clear? Static, broadcasting to your ears, magic. Through the static generation, electricity. Our people gotta power up. Electricity. I gotta power up. Oh yeah. Electricity. Big baby generation. Electricity. Right now. Broadcasting. Live through the static. These days. Through all the fog, all the rain. Right through the static. 2020 vision. Power up.
This formation also has a new type of design, this time with horizontal line patterns of variable thickness, similar to that of a TV picture. The message on the disk is similar to a spiral band, but data expert Paul Weige manages to decipher the message.
And I had to enlarge the disc quite substantially on the computer and run some image analysis over it to make it clear, and got this message.
The message is in English and reads as follows. Beware the bearers of false gifts and their broken promises. Much pain, but still time. There is good out there. We oppose deception. Conduit closing.